watch out. Not wear anything goofy, because he's gonna get you.
And do you give it right back to him?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Got to.
Anything off limits?
No, not for us.
If we do this, we risk everything.
You're an architect of the Fast Saga. How do you balance the high-octane thrills with the emotional heart?
That's the question every time. I think the moviegoer today needs the high octane to almost mask the fact that they're really going for the emotion. How do you balance it? I think you allow them to coexist.
Yes!
In ways that maybe films didn't think you could. I think maybe in the past, films felt like they had to just live in, one lane. Crank it all the way up.
Get back with the soldiers!
When it comes to letting all the characters shine, that is a choice that Vin makes. He has the choice, being number one on the call sheet, to say who can and can't play in the sandbox. To be able to shave off some of that sand and say, hey, Jason, hey, The Rock, hey, Charlize, hey, Helen Mirren. Those choices come into his lap.
Exactly.
No one ever called me and said, would you be comfortable with Jason Statham being in the franchise? That question doesn't come across my desk. That's a Vin Diesel play.
Every day.
He's a real mad scientist behind this franchise.
I spent my entire life in your shadow. And now, you spend the rest of yours. Not in mine.
Did Vin Diesel give you any advice about how you can embody a Toretto?
Yeah, Vin was a constant resource to go to. He very much helped craft Jacob and the decisions I would make. He was so open about just wanting to make the best movie, and I think that speaks to him as a professional and certainly as a friend. He didn't have to give me one bit of advice. He just kind of let me sink or swim out there, but really instrumental in creating the Jacob Toretto you see.
So how do y'all want to play this?
Fast.
Do you remember when you first felt that you were a part of it? That you were a part of that Fast family?
It was really when I sat down with Vin, I realized how engaged he is, not only on what's on text, but everything around it. So it ended up being this 4-hour conversation about Dom and what his connection with Han and all these things, which was so much fun to kind of get into, right? And I thought, okay, that was a lot of fun sitting down with Vin, getting to know him and talk about the mythology. And then after Fast 4, Vin actually went off to DR and shot Los Bandoleros, and then Han was there. And so to me, that's when I was like, wow, nothing's wasted. Like everything we talked about is actually in there. And so that's when I felt like, wow, there's something special here, and if we're lucky enough to keep continuing, let's not ever take this for granted.
Are we supposed to stop that? Hold on!
Do you remember the first time that you felt like a part of that Fast family?
Right away.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I did a couple of scenes in Fast 4. That's when I actually met the rest of the cast. I mean, Vin, it's like a cousin, Everybody felt that way.
No initiation, they just bring you right into the fold right away.
So it's jokes right away. Like,
yeah.
I mean, people tear you up right away. Like, Tyrese is like, you better watch out. Not wear anything goofy, because he's going to get you.
And do you give it right back to him?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Got to.
Anything off limits?
No, not for us.
Yeah.
As long as there's no camera rolling. There's nothing off the...
He's got his own private army. We need help.
Do you think you'll be ready to say goodbye to the Fast family after another movie or two?
No, I'll have to be the one, enforcing a reunion every so often to make sure we all stay in touch, because they're such a huge part of my life that it'll be very sad when that ends.
It'll be nice to have a reunion where your lives are not in peril.
Yes, totally. Totally.
I'll never be okay or ready to say goodbye to it, but being able to keep all of these memories is what's going to be able to keep me calm and cool for the rest of my entire life, knowing that we've done something that no other franchise has done, and remembering the journey and all of the great memories.